Alright, so I'm going to start off with the Valentino Beauty Pure Prep and Super Bond Dehydrator. And I'm super excited to show you guys how I work around this little ring in my nail. So these are the holographic leaves that I'm going to be encapsulating. I don't remember where I got them from, but they're really pretty and reflective. And I'm going to get 4 of each color, which is the pink, the brown, and the gold. I'm going to try to fit 2 of each on each nail. The ring finger, that is. As you can see, one of them like plopped into my powder, but it's okay. Now before I start encapsulating the leaves, I'm going to just put a thin layer of the clear powder onto that nail first. But I'm not going to put the thin layer on the entire nail at once. I'm going to go by sections. So the first section you see is the start of the cuticle to the tip of my natural nail. And then I'm going to place the leaf I want there. And then I'm going to just work my way up section by section. Now that I have the leaves where I want them and how I want them, I'm going to officially begin actually encapsulating them. Alright, so since the rest of the nails are just clear, the only other nail I'm going to show you is just this middle finger here, because I've known other nail artists to do the nail piercing after the acrylic application. So I'm just wanting to show you guys how I do it when the nail piercing is here now. And it's really easy. It's just really all about being neat with your work. If acrylic gets in the hole like this just did, I take some really sharp tweezers and I simply just dig it back out, because you do not want that to dry, because otherwise you're going to have to go in with a really pointed drill bit or the E-file and possibly risk damaging the piercing jewel itself. Alright, so I'm back after application, filing, and buffing and voila. And I'm going to be using this Valentino 138. It's a really pretty chocolate brown. Like, oh my gosh, are you kidding? Look how thick and not delicious. It's amazing. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. I have my acetone here for cleanups, along with my little cleanup brush. And I might, in the polish on the nail, add some of this glitter here, this little glitter pot. It's very, very small. Like a little bit of that, because just very little though, because this is a very dark brown. That's just too much contrast, so be very, very little. Okay, so my camera cut out, but I wasn't gonna wait for it to come back on, so I went ahead and did my left hand, but I'm still going to show you guys my right hand here. I know it looks like the consistency of the polish isn't that good, but it really is. I am personally just taking really thin coats. Like, I'm not even picking up a lot of product. So that's why it just looks like the consistency is inconsistent. I'm leaving that area of the middle finger blank for a reason. I'm just going to cure it like that, and then I'm going to show you guys soon how I am going to fill it in. Get into this detail here, I'm going to take my Zule's Nails dual-ended brush, and I'm going to take the shorter end, and I'm just going to dip it in acetone, like straighten it out. It was a bit puffy, and I usually have my little palette out, but I'm not really doing designs. I don't feel like getting it out. Just take it a little bit, like that much. Even that is probably too much, but I'm literally just going to go paint around a circle basically, but I'm only going to paint one side at a time. Alright, so now I'm gonna do the same thing, but paint the dry side, the other dry side, because the wet side is dry now. So just flip that over and do that. And then when this side is dry, there's a part that it's laying on. I'm gonna paint that side. So I'm just gonna go in with the second coat for all of the nails, and then I'm gonna fix up the ring finger. And once again, I'm still taking thin coats because this is a pretty good pigmented brown, and I don't want it to be too chunky, and I don't want cracked nails. So now I'm just taking the brush, and any little tiny space that I wanted to fill in, I'm gonna do that now. Alright, so now for my ring finger, I'm going to continue to take this beautiful brown. And I'm just gonna line about halfway. So, let me zoom in. So, I'm just gonna line here, here, and here. But I'm not even gonna go all the way down. Alright, it's time for top coat now, and I'm going to be using the OPI gel top coat. And before I do that, I am going to throw in a little bit of this glitter from this little glitter pot. It's so cute. It's tiny, but it's cute. And I'm also going to be using a little AB from this Pearl Glitter Shop jewel pot. Lots of goodies in there. I'm going to be using a really small one. And then to glue that, I'm going to be using my Valentino V Diamond Gel. Okay, so I'm just going to dig through this pot. To pick out, here it is. So yeah, it's really tiny. Oh wait, there's not a flat back. This one, it's really tiny, but it works. It's the one I'm looking for. So I'm gonna close this because this is very easy to spill. Okay, so I'm gonna see this little piercing on my nail, and see the little dot plump that I used to glue this piercing back together, which was the diamond gel. With that, I'm gonna put a crystal AB on top of it so it can be hidden better. I'm just gonna lay my hand down like that. After I completed this set, I actually went back and added another one to the other side of the little glue dot on the piercing jewel, and you guys will see that in the reveal shot. A little dip in it. And so I'm just gonna take scoops of that because I want light sprinkles of glitter on the middle and thumb. I don't want it to be too heavy because these are very different browns. So I'm gonna go ahead and coat the thumb. I'm going to take my other middle finger and I'm just going to sprinkle some on top of the thumb. I want the thumb glitter to be a lot heavier than the middle finger glitter Just gonna move on to regularly painting the other fingers. Now I'm just going to add some glitter to the ring finger as well. Finally, let's get into the reveal shots.